How did the Prime Minister's baby brother get a contract to supply rations to the BDF? Well, this afternoon, the Prime Minister didn't want to talk about it. You'll see our interview. And where is tourist Ruben Stoll, the man who petted the jaguar cub? And will he face wildlife charges before he leaves the country? Tonight, you'll hear from the Minister of Sustainable Development. Plus, Pause and Progress will take you to the opening of a new wildlife education center. Also, load shedding, should we get used to it? We asked the Prime Minister today. We've got details of these and other stories in our newscast for tonight, Wednesday, July 15th, 2026. Good evening. With your news, I'm Indra Craig.
This newscast is brought to you by Cellular World, your authorized Samsung distributor.
The biggest soccer season is here. Are you ready to experience the front row from home? Experience stadium level immersion with Samsung's latest technology. Perfect for every room. Your favorite Crystal UHD and QLED smart TVs are ready for you. Now at the best price. From your 32-inch personal fan zone at just $369 to the massive 85-inch home stadium experience for only $2,579. We have the perfect upgrade for every fan. Get yours with confidence at Cellular World, the authorized distributor in Belize, and receive a 1-year warranty. Visit us today and take advantage of these promotions. Valid until June 15th. Upgrade to the front row at home. Experience with Samsung and Cellular World.
For 5 decades, Caribbean Shipping Agencies Limited has stood at the forefront of Belize's maritime industry, connecting Belize to the world. Founded in 1976 by Mr. Stanley Longsworth Sr., he developed a wholly Belizean-owned, family-operated enterprise led by himself, his wife Laura, and his beloved brother, John Jack Longsworth Sr. Under the stewardship of these directors and supported by a team of dedicated staff, the company quickly earned its reputation as Belize's premier shipping agency. A partnership that has stood the test of time was formed in 1981 with our principal client, Hyber Limited and Hyde Shipping Corporation. What initially began as a bi-monthly cargo service evolved into weekly and now bi-weekly vessel calls, delivering the flexibility and reliability needed in today's competitive global economy. Together, Caribbean Shipping Agencies and Hyde Shipping Corporation have built their success through exceptional customer service and dependable shipping solutions. Over the years, Caribbean Shipping Agencies has expanded far beyond traditional cargo services. Operating throughout Belize's maritime boundaries, Caribbean Shipping Agencies delivers professional maritime services, not only at our principal commercial ports located in Belize City and at the port of Big Creek, but also at our offshore islands and remote destinations. Caribbean Shipping Agencies has played an integral role in the establishment and continued growth of cruise tourism in Belize. Proudly acting as port agents for most of the industry's largest and most innovative cruise operators, such as the Royal Caribbean Group, Norwegian Cruise Line Holdings, and MSC Cruises, to name a few.
50 years of exceptional service and the experience garnered has allowed our company to become Belize's largest and most well-rounded shipping agency, specializing in attending to vessels of all types, including containerized and bulk carriers, fuel tankers, cruise ships, military vessels, project vessels, and even private and commercial motor yachts. Additionally, we provide stevedoring consultancy and operational management services to importers of bulk cargoes such as wheat, fertilizer, steel, and project cargoes. For us, it's critically important that moving forward, we not only preserve the vision and protect the legacy established by my father, but as a company, that we are prepared to grow and evolve to ensure that we remain a principal stakeholder in an ever-changing and dynamic local and global maritime community.
With experienced leadership, dedicated staff, and a tradition built on excellence, Caribbean Shipping Agencies Limited remains committed to serving Belize and the global maritime community for generations to come. Caribbean Shipping Agencies Limited, proudly Belizean, trusted worldwide.
We project that tourism will generate revenues of around $1.4 billion this year.
And every visitor's tax flows straight to the BTB.
I think there'll be more than that too.
The law is simple. That money must be audited, tabled in the House, and gazetted every single year. But it hasn't.
That is a special little fund that does not have the oversight of other funds.
And we've already seen what a lack of oversight brings. Is the same thing happening at BTB? Minister Mahler, where are the BTB's audited reports? Why have you not tabled a single one as the law requires?
We are entering into very dangerous kleptocracy.
Minister Mahler, table the audits, account for the people's money.
That requires a forensic audit. Maria's was planned to open in 2020, and that's when COVID came. I thought the dream was dead. People would come to my house, they would purchase the coffees from there. That gave me the little confidence, like, okay, I could do this. Atlantic Bank, of course, helped me take the next step. Once I had their support, it was smooth sailing from there. This business is my life. It's literally what provides my family with food and employment. I employ 3 family members, so it's really everything for us.
Atlantic Bank, building the future together.
All your special moments deserve a special place. Book now and save 50% on accommodations and 20% on spa. Only at Naya Resort and Spa.
The roads of Belize connect us all. Riders, drivers, families, friends. Every day begins with a little routine and the confidence that life's journeys are protected. From school drop-off through the daily grind and everything in between. Each with different roads ahead, yet one common goal, to arrive safely. Atlantic Insurance stands with Belize's riders and motorists with affordable protection, support, and peace of mind for the journey ahead. For the roads we share and the lives we protect, Atlantic Insurance is by your side, ensuring you from life's unexpected. Atlantic Insurance, ensuring you from life's unexpected.
Rev up your engines at Puma Energy and get ready for an exciting chance to fuel, fill, and win. For every $30 purchase on fuel, a liter of lubricant, or $10 at Super 7, get a ticket to win one of 20 fuel prizes of $1,000. And here's the thrill. Fill up with premium Clean Tech Pro and double your chances of winning. Don't miss out on this incredible opportunity. Head to Puma Energy and Super 7 today for your chance to fuel, fill, and win.
The next station is not just a place, it's the vacation capital of the world, the Mexican Caribbean. Do you know why we are the capital of vacations? Because no other place on Earth brings together so many ways to vacation in one single destination. From rest to adventure. From nature to culture. From luxury to freedom. Every vacation imaginable, except snow, and we plan to keep it that way. Mexican Caribbean, the vacation capital.
Hello, everyone. Today we're putting Happy Bum's baby diapers to the test. Just look at the beautiful design, strong, soft, and made for your baby's comfort. Happy Bums can absorb up to 500 milliliters of moisture. Let's compare it with a leading diaper brand. We'll pour 500 milliliters of water into each diaper and see how they perform. Now it's time for the tissue test. As you can see, Happy Bum stays dry to the touch, while the leading brand leaves noticeable moisture on the tissue. Choose Happy Bum's baby diapers for reliable leak protection and all-day comfort. Look for Happy Bum's baby diapers at a store near you. Distributed by Caribbean International Brewery Company Limited.
If you're tired of the baking in your house with the only Coco Wawa fan, and finally realize that the time to get yourself a good, durable, reliable fan, contact Myers on their website or social media. Myers going to hook you up with one of their 18-inch heavy-duty tripod fan where might could even change your life as they keep you cool in this hot Belizean weather. Yes man, because their 18-inch heavy-duty tripod fan from Myers not just could blow your lip back way, they might could blow away your mind if you say blow away the toxic konomono out of your life and the bad vibes out of your house. Order your 18-inch heavy-duty tripod fan from Myers website or on their social media, and Myers going to ship out your fan anywhere countrywide ASAP. Not believe me? Visit myerselectronics.bz right now to order your fan today.
So put your hand up on your hips up, turn it like a tornado. Then you move your body round and round, so hand up on your knees up. No business to see you. Then you move your body up and down,
Yeah, where to go on?
So I have a question. So I set the stage, right? But I have a question. What we are doing the event, he walk off of the stage?
Well, if he does, and he just might, won't be the first time somebody's walked off, but so you go. All right. We are going to see.
shake it, shake it, turn it up. Shake it, shake it, turn it up. All the girls just bend right over.
Belize, you're watching the Nation Station, Channel 7.
Tonight, the Prime Minister says that if Hugo Engineering, the company partially owned by his brother Javier, is implicated in any wrongdoing regarding its Belize Defense Force meat contracts, then Baby Bro will have to answer for it. This comes as auditing continues inside the Ministry of Defense following explosive leaks revealing procurement irregularities. When the story broke last week, the Prime Minister told us he had not yet spoken to his brother. We pressed him on that issue again today, but he didn't want to talk about what he and Javier discussed.
On PM, when we spoke to you last week, you had not yet spoken to your younger brother Javier. Have you spoken to him since, and what have you found out about him being a BDF supplier?
I've spoken to him and there's nothing more to add.
Yes, but it's an engineering company, PM. Why is an engineering company providing that?
Wait, what I said again, and I will repeat again, allow the Auditor General to do their job. And if Hugo Engineering did anything wrong, they have to answer. Punto final, there's nothing more to add.
In the 2023-2024 fiscal year, Hugo Engineering and Construction Services Limited provided beef patties, beef steak, chicken breast, ground chicken, lamb chops, and pork chops to the BDF. And the Prime Minister and new Minister of Defense, Briceño, also didn't have any answers when it came to the BDF boots, which our services say were being purchased at highly inflated rates, far exceeding the best available local price. The PM says that if that is the case, he is sure that the Auditor General will pick it up in her ongoing review.
If that is the case, then the Auditor General will pick it up.
It's quite a big task for the Auditor General to pick up all the discrepancies. She will likely have to get help from the BDF store's manager. One whistleblower who came forward was the former BDF Services and Support Battalion commander, who indicated that even basic procurement services after 2020 were rerouted through Belmopan. The PM rejected this expert account and said that what he is saying is false.
But the former commander of the BDF Services and Support Battalion told us that after 2020, even basic procurement was sent to Belmopan and taken away from them. Does that show any signs of corruption?
That is not true. That started in 2018 when there was a problem with reversing procurement within the BDF. And what that person is not, if that person would have been fair enough, he would also tell you that even the things that we buy, whenever the central or the ministry is buying, it is in consultation with the soldiers. The soldiers tell you what they want. For instance, in a meeting again with them and also the Ministry of Finance, the people at Finance were pointing out, but you're buying this, I think it was that's you're going to get a cheaper one from another supplier. But he said, but this is the brand that the BDF soldiers are asking for. So we go all down to that detail as to ensuring that we get what is it that they wish as best as we possibly can.
When it comes to the ongoing audit, the PM says he doesn't know anything about it because the audit is independent. It will go all the way to 2015, which was before the time of Oscar Mira. Is this a way to distract from the activities specifically under the PUP? The PM explained the rationale.
No, we can't. We can't. I don't talk to the auditor, to the Auditor General. She's independent and she's doing her own job. She has been going meticulously through. I mean, it's a lot of files because on invoices and the POs, what they refer to as the POs, the purchase orders, and the contracts. It's a lot of work, and they're compiling them. That's what the last I knew from the CEO, and whenever she has a report, then she make it available. I think it's important for us, for Belizeans to know, we're looking at what has happened during our time, but it's also important to be able to take a look back, and I believe that we can go back as far as 2015. I don't think that has been officially said to the Auditor General, but I will ask if the Financial Secretary to speak with her and also to request that we go back all the way to 2015. I think that a lot has been said, and there's this impression as if, this money has been paid and the soldiers and the Coast Guard are not getting food. If you want to be objective, every soldier will tell you that today they're eating way better than they did before we came into government.
According to SmartStream, leaks sent to our newsroom in late 2021, the Ministry of Defense seems to bought a pickup in 10 installments of $9,603 each from FT Williams, an electric contractor which is connected to Oscar Mira by marriage. According to the PM, any questions about that? We need to ask the company.
Would you be able to tell us why in December of 2020 the Ministry of Defense bought a pickup? Yes, a pickup in 10 installments from FT Williams. That was under Oscar Mira, of course. Can you speak?
I have absolutely. You have to go and talk to them. I mean, how could I don't know. It's December 2020.
The video of a tourist who have come to be known as Ruben Stoll following And petting a wild jaguar cub has sparked widespread public outrage. But will Stoll face any consequences for tampering with an animal in the wild? The Minister of Sustainable Development, who's also responsible for biodiversity, told us that a team was deployed to look for Stoll, but they have not found him as yet.
We were informed about what occurred. A video was shared with me, and we forwarded it to the department. Luckily, the department had seen it from the night before, and so we tried to find the location of where they were, because according to the video itself, it seemed that they were going to be around the country looking at wildlife and doing other visits, including birding. So our staff were informed, and we got some information that they were going to be by La Milpa. The staff went out there, but unfortunately we couldn't locate them yesterday, and accordingly had gone birding, and so we couldn't find them. So what we did yesterday was to produce a report, sort of, so that then people can see the damage that is being done, and to inform them if they decide that they should come into the forest department. Otherwise, if we would get to them before with the police, then we'd have to bring them in. And so the press release was basically saying you should not interfere with the animals, quoted the legislation saying why they shouldn't, and then also informing that there is a fine, there's a penalty. But more on the side of information and education, so that the public can know that the wildlife is there. It is fine for us to just look at them and enjoy the scenery, the beauty, but we should not interfere and touch them, because it is also dangerous, because those cubs certainly had their mother close by, and that could have been very dangerous, could be very fatal if the person would have been attacked.
And until forestry gets a hold of Stoll, we asked an expert, a wildlife veterinarian, about what these tourists should have done or should do if they encounter a wild animal.
As much as those people were fascinated and passionate about nature, it was definitely not okay, and definitely harassment, because the proper way to respond to such a sighting is to freeze and let the animal move away without any interaction whatsoever. No running after it, no talking to it, and definitely absolutely no touching. So we actually present that as a common myth, that if a human has touched a baby, mama will absolutely not take it back, because many times the moms may take it back. But so in some species, it's a huge problem if there's human scent on it. It's nothing necessarily described for cats. But the problem is that it stresses the animal terribly, and that stress can cause it serious harm. And it's, of course, a huge risk to the human, too, because the mama must be somewhere close by, and she would defend her cub. So there is a huge risk to the human from that interaction, as well as to the cub.
So while Stoll plans to continue his bird watching and tour of Belize for the time being, we asked Abed whether they have put up any notices for him at border crossings in case he leaves the country without being charged. But according to the minister, they have not gotten around to doing that.
I don't think we have done that, no. So possibly that would have been something that we'd have had to do, but we haven't gone to that point as yet.
How seriously is your department taking this in terms of what kind of manpower or resources have you put behind the search for this individual, or is this just an administrative matter?
Not only administrative. I think that the concern is basically to educate the public, because if one person does it, then others might do it if they see it. So I think that this is an incident, far-fetched, because it hadn't happened maybe for a long time, or at least it hadn't been observed. This now, because of social media, it has been put out there. And so I believe that for us, more importantly now, is to educate our public about the dangers, about the safety, but also that for them to know that there are laws that govern the protection of wildlife, and also for their own protection.
And even if Stoll is charged, the most he would face is a small fine of $500. But these laws and the fine will be revised. We asked Tabet about the new legislation that they are proposing and how much a fine would be under those new laws.
If I recall correctly, the old law still speaks about a $500 fine. And so the amendments are trying to see how we can scale it up to something that is more substantial so that it really deters people from doing such things. I believe the proposal right now is for $10,000, but it's going to go to the Office of the Attorney General for them to look at, to review it, and they will make some recommendations as to the scaling up of that fine.
We'll take a break now. When we come back, we'll take you to the opening of a new wildlife education center in Cayo. And the Prime Minister talks about land load shedding, that is. Don't go away.
Please, you're watching the Nation Station, Channel 7.
Football event in the world is finally here, and Smart is giving you the chance to play and win. Before every match starts, predict who will win. The more predictions you make, the more chances you have to win. Get 1 point towards your total when you guess the winning team. Predict the exact score and earn up to 4 points. The top scorer at the conclusion of the World Cup wins the grand prize of $2,500 in cash. That's not all. Players get a chance to win weekly prizes. Plus, our quarter-final winner gets a watch party package. Play directly in the Smart app for just 50 cents per entry. Prediction starts June 1st to July 18, 2026. Don't just watch the World Cup. Play along and win with Smart. Smart, bringing people together.
Let's take a journey through the core functions of the Social Security Board. It all starts with registering as an insured person, employer, or self-employed individual. Sign up for a portal account to manage your Social Security information online. Just provide accurate information and click Create. This will give you access to a range of services and benefits. Next, your contribution, along with investments and other income, are collected and distributed into 3 funds. This ensures that the SSB fund is securely utilized to support various benefit programs. The SSB is committed to providing essential benefits such as sickness, maternity, injury, and pension. These benefits are paid out to eligible individuals as a part of the Social Security coverage. We help you navigate through life's challenges with financial security. Annual surplus accumulates to grow the fund each year. This surplus is invested into various industries, contributing to the growth and development of our nation. With each passing year, the fund continues to grow due to the annual surplus and interest revenue earned from prudent investments. This surplus, along with reserves, helps to bolster the SSB fund and provide a safety net for those in need. We've arrived at the end of our journey to better understanding how the SSB works. We remain committed to serving you and building a secure future for all Belizeans.
Key Calker Lobster Fest weekend is here. The crowd is ready, the boats are ready, and the energy starts now. Next stop, Key Calker. Food, music, crowds, island vibes. Ride with San Pedro Belize Express Water Taxi for a smooth, reliable trip straight into the heart of Lobster Fest. Book ahead with the app, skip the check-in line, and get to Lobster Fest faster. San Pedro Belize Express Water Taxi, your official ride to Key Calker Lobster Fest.
In 2020, the budget for the medicine that stocks our public hospitals was about $19 million. Today, it's $52.5 million, nearly 3 times as much in just 6 years. Did our need for medicine really triple? Or is something happening to that money? A $2 million contract with no tender. $42 million that skipped open bidding. They dropped the quality standard and repealed the drug rules, leaving no inspector to check any of it. So, Minister Bernard, where is all the money going? Is the same thing that happened at the Ministry of Defense happening here? This is our money and our medicine, Minister Bernard. Account for it. Audit the medicine budget. Show us where it went.
The world is watching. The stakes are high. And with an Atlantic Bank credit card, your moments start online.
Bro, the World Cup tickets just dropped. This is our chance. We can't miss Messi and Ronaldo's last World Cup. I have my credit card ready. So how many tickets, guys? I'll take 2. 1, 2.
I want 3.
Go further, experience more. Make your online purchases seamless, secure, and in real time.
All right, let's buy the tickets now. What did you do, bro? I need to enter a password.
Oh, Atlantic Bank's credit card has a 3D secure feature to protect your online shopping.
Check your email.
Some transactions require an additional layer of security. 3D Secure adds an extra verification step. An OTP is sent to ensure it is you authorizing payment.
Guys, we're going to the World Cup! Yes!
Your online transactions, made with Atlantic Bank credit cards, are fast, safe, and verified.
Atlantic Bank, building the future together.
Slow-mo. Hey.
Please, you're watching the Nation Station, Channel 7.
A tropical wave sweeping across Belize today brought a wet and windy start to the morning with heavy gusts, damaging wooden docks in St. George's Key and a thatched structure in Hopkins Village. This morning after a tropical storm, level winds above 40 miles per hour whipped into communities along Belize's coast. In Belize City, winds surpassed 40 miles per hour, and in St. George's Key, the reading was 45 miles per hour. No heavy flooding was reported. The Met Office says that moist and unstable weather conditions continue to prevail over most areas. BEL is sourcing additional local power sources to assist with the ongoing issue of load shedding. Within the past few days, you might have noticed a text, email, or release circulated regarding designated load shedding times across various parts of the country. We asked the PM on this, and he says that they are looking at ways to directly address Belize's continuing energy issues.
Well, that has always been a problem from since 2000 and from 2024. As we know, Belize has been, the demand for electricity has been growing exceedingly fast. And likewise, in the southern part of Mexico, they're having the same problems. They should have had a 1.2 gigawatts of electricity already online, but they seem to be having a lot of problems when getting that. I think the plants have been built in Mexico, but now they're having problems on how they can get the natural gas to them to power up or fire up those plants. So we are in conversation with them, but at the same time we are also taking our own precautions. We're happy that it's raining, so the dam is starting to fill up again, so we'll be able to get some more electricity from them. We also, BEL had signed on with a company to be able to have a standby generator The generator should have been here from the month of, towards the end of May, I think. But because of the war in Iraq, it has messed up, the shipping, and that is why we have not gotten it by now. We're hoping that by the end of the month or sometime next month, that standby generator will be here. Once that standby generator is in Belize, so whenever there's any kind of load shedding, then we will be able to fire that up for us to be able to ensure that we don't have any load shedding in Belize.
So these short-term measures could potentially eliminate load shedding altogether in Belize and prevent these blackouts?
Well, that is the expectation. And also, we, as you all know, we have already have called for or have done a request for proposals for solar. And we expect that sometime by the middle of next year, at the very latest, the end of next year, we're going to have a lot more solar into the system.
He has accused the chief forest officer of extorting him for bribes. A little over a week ago, businessman Cesar Godinez put his complaint in writing when he sent a formal letter to the Ministry of Sustainable Development addressed to the minister. In it, he details allegations of bribery involving Deputy Forest Officer John Pinello. The minister today told us he did receive the letter, and so did his CEO.
Yes, I've seen it. I was forwarded a copy by my CEO because I think the letter went to the CEO. It was a brief, short letter for about 2 or 3 paragraphs, not very extensive. So we looked at it, and based on that report, then that is where we're going to be basing our investigation based on those accusations.
His allegation contains credible elements and proof, including electronic transfers of money to Pinello and screenshots, and of course a document of company incorporation with Pinello as a shareholder. All this casts an adverse light on the management of the Forestry Department, which has long been associated with allegations of corruption. Will there have to be further review of Mr. Pinello's decision?
What you mentioned is, I guess, your opinion on the severity and of the situation. We will have to look at it entirely and then see where it goes from there. But I think the office, the CEO, has a process that is being established for the investigation to be done. I can't bias whatever will happen. I can't tell exactly what's going to happen because it's under investigation.
And when the story of the allegations first broke, Pinello chose to go on 1 month's leave. That was a month ago when the PM said he had tasked the CEO to conduct an investigation. But Pinello's leave finishes soon, and when it does, will he return to act as Chief Forest Officer? Habet says that is still in limbo until Pinello tells his side of the story.
So it is at the point where he has already sent in his letter of telling the office what is his side of the story. That is still under consideration, and then internal investigation is being done. And he is supposed to return, I guess, on Monday because he was practically on vacations. And the consideration will be on where he fits in when he returns. I don't have any specific information as to exactly what will happen yet because the investigation still hasn't been completed. But if he returns, he will still be as acting. He won't be as acting chief, for example, but he'll be as deputy officer until the investigation is completed and then the decision is made.
And until Pinello presents his case to the ministry, there are other allegations of corruption hovering over the Forestry Department. We have heard more than a few alleging suspect behavior on the part of forest officers. When we asked Habet about this, he says that until there is evidence to back the accusations up, nothing will become of it.
You understand that the public's and especially stakeholders' concerns that the Forestry Department is a hotbed of corruption and there may be a culture of bribery.
With the department? You hear things. We have to be based on evidence, and if people don't come up with the evidence, then we can't really do much about it. But I think that We have a process where officers, if they are found doing something illegal, they will have a process that they go through legally because they are public officers, and usually that's headed and directed by instructions from the public service if they are public officers, established public officers. And if they are just open vote, then I think the ministry itself can make a decision on what happens. But accusations of corruptions have to be done with evidence so that then something can be done.
About half a mile up the road from where they treat rescued wild animals, the Belize Wildlife Referral Clinic will also be hosting workshops and training educating the public on wildlife conflict and conservation. This is their newly inaugurated One Health Education Lab. Jo Marie Lanza was at the ribbon-cutting ceremony today, and here's how it went.
Rapid population expansion and infrastructural development across Belize means citizens are encountering wildlife more frequently than ever before. Helping communities navigate these encounters is the Belize Wildlife Referral Clinic, which hosts essential workshops on coexistence and environmental stewardship. That mission received a major boost today with the inauguration of their new Wildlife and One Health Education Lab. The dedicated facility will serve as a hub for future public training, a move the clinic's director says will significantly elevate the impact of their conservation work.
The workshop started actually in 2018 and then were taken nationwide in 2021. And since then, we've been going for now, 5 years doing these workshops. It's very significant for us because, of course, now people can come to us and we can do way more trainings with less cost because it can be right here on site as opposed to going everywhere. We will still continue to go to the more rural communities that can't come to us, but we hope that a lot of people will be able to just come here.
And for the person leading these trainings, like Gian Vasquez, he says it makes it easier for them now that they have the space instead of constantly traveling from district to teach.
So my role as an educator is mainly going out and doing workshops. However, before we had a very small space in our old rented facility, and we also used to travel all over the country finding a space for conducting these workshops. Now we're free to invite participants from all over the country and have them here in Unitedville where our facilities are, and we have dedicated space for them and doing this training. So it's 2 days of intensive workshops, everything from wildlife conflict, illegal wildlife trade. We do look a lot into the legislation that protects wildlife, as well as wildlife rehabilitation, the simple, very basic veterinary things that we would recommend people to do when they find a hurt animal, and overall, what to do when they have an emergency with wildlife.
According to Paquet Durand, these training sessions are highly effective, equipping participants with the fundamental skills needed to safely manage encounters with injured wildlife.
So it seems to us that these workshops have been really effective because most people that we train, and that is across all fields, don't really know much about wildlife and what's normal in wildlife and what common problems we may encounter and how we can simply prevent them or mitigate them. And many persons make mistakes with very good intentions. So there these workshops come in really handy because they can learn how to protect themselves and animals, and it's a win-win. As we develop, we will encounter more and more conflict because truthfully, in some ways, we are expanding into wildlife habitat. And where we do that, we're going to displace animals. And those animals may show up in our backyards. And then again, our training may come in handy to educate people on how they can coexist with these animals, because we don't want to displace them, but we want to share this environment because, of course, they're also very important to us for the income that they bring through tourism and much more.
Jo Marie Lanza, 7 News.
Belize's judicial system is advancing its use of technology by employing artificial intelligence. And to get everyone on the same page, a two-day workshop is being held to help judges and attorneys become more efficient in using their AI. The first day of the workshop was facilitated by Scott Wiles, who told us more about the training.
I think it just saves time. So I don't think it doesn't matter as far as the different judges that I've spoken to from different jurisdictions. They've got a lot of work on, and any way that we can help streamline that process and reduce bottlenecks has been a really big impact for them. So even if it's summarising cases, whether it is actually helping them with workflows and starting to draft judgments, that's some of the ways that they've been using it so far. Lexis Protégé is our AI solution, and it really helps to supercharge the content that many users in the Caribbean, including the Supreme Court, use within their day-to-day workflow. So the AI sits on top of it and really just supercharges that content to be able to provide authoritative legal content and help them in their day-to-day.
Over these next 2 days, what's maybe one thing that you're hoping that the participants take away?
Don't be scared of using it. Don't be scared of trying it. I think my own personal experience of using AI is the more I use it, the more effective I've become at using it. I understand how it interacts and how it can help me. And I think that's the biggest challenge to adoption, is people are scared of it or think, I haven't got the time to invest in using it, so I'll do it another day. Just use it.
As part of the court's strategic plan, the Judicial Education Institute, which is the training arm of the court, headed by the President, the Honorable Chief Justice Louise Esther Blenman, she has embarked upon a series of training, not only training, but also technological development for the court. Training in AI, because AI is now a major factor in terms of technological development, would greatly assist the judiciary, both in terms of judgment writing, legal research, because gone were the days when you rely on books and you're coursing through pages. Now you enter into the computer, you state exactly what you want, and you create all your research, create all your material. So one, legally it would assist the court. Secondly, it would tremendously reduce backlog, because the issue with the court is time.
The workshop ends tomorrow. We'll take a break now. When we come back, trading the classroom for the high seas, find out how high schoolers from across Belize got a first-hand look at a massive cruise ship today, and why some say they've already found their dream career. Don't go away.
This newscast is brought to you by Cellular World, your authorized Samsung distributor.
People don't travel with cash anymore. People would stop and they want to do a coffee tour, they want to buy coffee, but people don't have cash with them. Online banking facilitated a lot of what we do. I don't have to run to town and I have to use fuel and other expenses. Atlantic Bank actually approached us. They facilitated us with a bank account, which is something that we didn't have in hand, and then with a POS machine. I sit and sip my good cup of coffee and do payments.
Atlantic Bank, building the future together.
Welcome to the V Department Store. We are conveniently located on Coney Drive in Belize City. That's right on Coney Drive in Belize City. At the V Department Store, we offer a wide variety of groceries, cosmetics, kitchen appliances, kitchenware, electronics, and more. We've also recently expanded to the second floor to better meet your household and office furniture needs. We now have a wide variety of furniture, home decor, and accessories. We have a shared vision for a comfortable and customer-friendly shopping experience. Visit us today and be warmly greeted by our reasonable prices and cordial staff. The V Department Store. Experience the ultimate shopping destination.
running slow mo. Hey.
Belize, you're watching the Nation Station, Channel 7.
So you put your hand up on your hips, so turn it like a tornado. Then you move your body round and round, so hand up on your knees, so no business to see you. Then you move your booty up and down, so.
Yeah, where to go on?
So I have a question. So I set the stage, right? But I have a question. What we are doing the event, he walk off of the stage.
Well, if he does, and he just might, won't be the first time somebody's walked off, but so you go. All right. Where I go see?
Shake it, shake it, turn it up. Shake it, shake it, turn it up. All the girls just bend right over.
Belize, you're watching the Nation Station, Channel 7.
Not everyone gets a chance to step aboard a luxury ocean liner, but today high schoolers from across Belize City were given the full passenger treatment. From sampling gourmet cuisine to exploring world-class amenities, the students got a rare first-hand look at what a career on the high seas actually looks like. Courtney Menzies spoke with them after they returned to shore and has this story.
Students from several high schools across Belize got the opportunity to tour the Carnival Liberty cruise ship that was docked in our waters today. It's an opportunity for them to see what life working on a cruise ship is like and help them choose a career path. According to the cruise relations specialist at BTB, it's the second time they have partnered with schools.
For this occasion, actually the second such, we have partnered with Carnival Cruise Line and Carnival Corporation to create an experience and have students, high school students, get an experience firsthand of what it's like on a cruise ship from start to finish, meaning getting on a tender, going out to the cruise ship, disembarking. We had an educational session, questions and answers. We toured the ship, we had lunch and so forth. And I believe overall they had an experience that is not a normal experience, so to speak, for the average person.
And the teachers explained why they believed it was important for the students to get this kind of exposure.
Many times the kids, they come out of school and sometimes they don't have a job right away. So we're giving them an opportunity that if you get out of school and you feel like this is something that you would like to do, we're giving them that opportunity. So we're letting them know, we bring them onto the ship and let them take a tour of the ship and to see how much, if they will be interested in working on the ship, to see the benefit that it gives to them working on the ship.
Okay, what we normally do, first of all, we choose the school leaders. And after the school leaders, we normally choose the one in good academic standings because these are opportunities open for these students. So we go by the school leaders and their career path.
They were exposed to how much tourists come to Belize on a daily basis, the importance that it has for our country, and also the various different career paths that are available that it wasn't something that they knew before, but they were exposed to that.
And for the students, it's an experience they won't forget.
It was an amazing experience. We experienced the Carnival cruise ship. We experienced a lot of varieties of food. We experienced the crew members, which is a wide variety of different nationalities, including our Belizean people also on the ship.
My experience on the cruise ship was amazing. The food was nice. Everyone on the cruise ship was amazing. They were very polite. And I saw some Belizeans, a variety of different cultures and nationalities, and it was an amazing experience. Honestly, I feel like I would want to work on a cruise ship now.
Courtney Menzies, 7 News.
Residents of the Kings Park area in Belize City didn't know what to think yesterday afternoon when they saw 2 helicopters steadily hovering over their neighborhoods. Not too far from the municipal airstrip, the helicopters appeared to be hovering in some kind of formation. Residents had never seen anything like it before and didn't know what was going on. They sent us their videos and we linked the Civil Aviation Department. Director Nigel Carter told us they went through all the procedures for approval of helicopter operations in the municipal area. Everything was coordinated, but even he didn't know what they were doing. The answer for that came yesterday evening when someone in the local film industry confirmed that it was a camera and helicopter test for an international unscripted TV show being shot in Belize this month. And while this was just practice, they plan to do the real scene on Thursday from the same spot. So, don't be surprised if you see two whirly birds hovering over your neighborhood. Guatemalan security forces in Melchor de Mencos intercepted a major shipment of contraband cigarettes over the weekend, and it likely originated from Belize. Officers from Guatemala's Division of Border Security, DIPA Front, made the discovery along the banks of a river in the El Orotito neighborhood of Melchor, a known transit area immediately adjacent to the Belize border. The abandoned cargo consisted of 180,000 individual cigarettes with an estimated street value of 180,000 quetzales, equivalent to roughly 46,000 Belize dollars. According to authorities in Petén, the suspected smugglers spotted the approaching police units and fled the scene, abandoning the stacked boxes of contraband in the bush that is near the riverbank. The seized cargo features prominent Chinese manufactured brands including GL, Supremo, Elephant, and Richmond. These specific brands are highly sought after on the regional black market due to their low cost and high profit margins. We note that Chinese cigarettes are smuggled out of the Benque Viejo free zone in high volumes almost daily. That's all we have for you for our newscast tonight. Thanks for watching. With your news, I'm Indira Craig. Remember, you can find a full transcript of the news at 7newsbelize.com and see the streaming video on our Facebook page. Have a great evening. Join me back here tomorrow at 6.